What's up, everyone? Skunk72 out here in Southern California. Going for, actually it's probably going to be a little bit of an unfortunate ride right now. Heading over to Mama's house. Her pup isn't doing so well, and honestly I think we're going to be taking her to get her put down. Mom keeps talking about we're bringing her to get checked, but I think she's pretty much done. So we'll see. So I'm working a whole new lid setup today. I went out and picked up a Shoei RFSR helmet this weekend. So I did my camera mount the other night and did it with Sugru, and it got all set up because it takes like 24 hours for that stuff to set and be ready to go. And I came home this morning to look at it, and I mounted it just a little bit crooked, which I'm very disappointed in myself about, but I'm hoping it won't look that bad on the camera because it's just a hair off. And then my mic, this helmet's got a smaller shell than my Bell did, and my mic is kind of a different spot. I don't know how my audio is going to be right now. I'm thinking I might have to find some sort of flat mic that's like my Cena, because I use a wired Cena mic. I don't use a boom mic. So we'll see how it turns out. I mean, I'm gonna have to rework things a little bit, but so far this helmet is freaking awesome. I absolutely love it. It's the like I said, the Shoei RFSR model. It's actually designed for the upright riding style. So perfect for cruisers, not so much for sport bikes because the venting doesn't work properly in the tuck position. But so far, I don't want to badmouth my Bell helmet that I've had all these years too much because it was a great helmet. It just had some shortcomings to it, and I decided it was time to upgrade. The Bell helmet I had was the Bell Vortex, which the shortcomings were the shell was way too big. I looked like a bobblehead wearing it, and it was very, very loud. There was no positive pressure on the visor. It just pulled straight down and it never sealed up quite right, so I always had a bunch of air coming through it. And I don't know if I sound funny right now also because this brand new helmet, and the cheek pads need to break in, so they're kind of squishing my cheeks towards the point where I'm like almost biting my cheek when I talk. So I don't know if that's going to change the sound of my voice at all. But if it does, it does. So back to my Bell helmet, it was polycarbonate, so it was a little bit heavy. This RFSR is fiberglass, organic fibers, and all that good stuff, so it's a lot lighter. And like I said, a lot quieter. And the Shoei helmet is the first one that I've ever put on that when I close the visor, I can actually feel the air coming through my top vents and going over top of my head. Which I'm not gonna lie, is a really nice feeling. With my Bell, I couldn't tell if my vents are even open or not. And then again, that Bell helmet was good for several years. And when I first bought it is because my first helmet I ever had was one of the cheap it was a chain store brand. I don't want to say which one it was because I don't want to talk bad about them. They make equipment affordable for people, so I don't want to badmouth them. But this particular helmet, the buffeting across it was so bad that if I even went on the freeway at all, went in freeway speed, by the time I got home my neck was sore because my head was bouncing around so much. So when I went and bought that Bell helmet, that went away. So that was just an amazing thing. And And the reason I chose that bell helmet was because I got it for under $200 and it was Snell approved. It was Snell 2010 approved, but it was still a Snell approval, which for 200 bucks you really can't beat that. So I'm glad with my choice that I made, because I was really looking at the Shoei RF1200. And it was one of the guys at Cycle Gear told me, well, why don't you look at the RFSR, because the 1200's meant for the tuck position. It's not going to vent quite as well sitting up. And he was right. So I am just about to Mama's house. So I'm going to cut this for right now, and I'll get back on later after we deal with the dog situation. So I will be back in a little bit. What's up, everybody? I'm back. The whole vet thing took for freaking ever because we actually ended up not putting the dog down. She's getting a bunch of medical treatment, and we'll see how she does after all that. My sound may be a little bit different because, well, it turns out that my mic setup that I've been using, I'm not going to be able to use anymore. It's not fitting very well in a new helmet. I don't have as much space between my face and the shell. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to do now. When I got to my mom's house, I went and took my helmet off. My mic actually cut my forehead. So that just ain't gonna work out. And you may notice I'm gonna sound a little different right now because I ended up having to take my chin curtain out so I'd be able to rotate the mic out of my helmet before I take the helmet off so it doesn't cut me again. So I guess I'll be in the market for a new mic once again. So if anybody has any suggestions, what I'd really love is something about the size of my Cena wired mic. I don't use the Cena boom mic. I use the one that has wire only, and that actually fits perfectly inside the helmet, which if I could find another one that would plug into the GoPro, either directly into the GoPro or into the GoPro adapter, that would be amazing, because it's just a little flat piece that sticks inside my helmet. It works out perfect. So if I can find one of those and that works good. So if any of you guys got suggestions on a good mic to use on a GoPro Hero 4 Black, because if you remember back when I had my 3, the mic I was using with my 3 wasn't working with my 4. All I got was a bunch of popping sounds out of it. And the current mic I'm using is a Skype mic that was recommended by Shade Tree Surgeon, which, you know, it turns out it's a great mic. It's the best audio I've ever had, but now it's not going to work out with the new helmet. So, and hopefully the noise isn't too big of an issue without the chin curtain. I guess if I'm able to find a flat mic like my Cena mic, I'll be able to put the chin curtain back in, because I'll be able to just run the wire somewhere. So I don't know, I'm not sure what to do. I guess there's growing pains every time you buy a new piece of equipment. You got to figure out a new setup for it. So I really didn't get to ride much today because we were at the vet for so long, and I'm not going to get as much vlogging in, and I was kind of hoping to do like a couple hours of vlogging, so maybe I'd get 10 minutes of good usable footage, but that's apparently just not going to happen today. So I'm sorry if this is the most boring vlog I've ever done. I know I got a couple new subs. I'm going to feel really bad if they're bored to death and don't like it and they decide to unsub. I'm just heading home now, so I'm just going to go ahead and sign it off. If y'all are still here, I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and talk to y'all next time. Peace out.